Hey everyone, it's Unlikely Hero here with some more Monster Archer 2. So, last time we continued training Spooky's defense. We sent him off on an errantry to try and get him another move, preferably intelligence-based. That was a complete failure. He did not come back with a new technique, unfortunately. Then we were very low on money, so I sent Spooky to a small, lower ranked tournament, just in order to get some more money. You can see we're looking a bit better money-wise this time. So the plan going forward is to continue training his defense, and hopefully soon we'll get another letter about the errantry and be able to send him off on another one. Now, Colt has just pointed out that the official tournament is at the end of this month. I don't see it being worth sending Spooky off on that. I also said in the previous video that there's quite a high chance of Spooky unfortunately dying before we're able to send him off on the errantry, or before we're able to enter him in the rank B tournament again, which would be unfortunate. But it's kind of a risk I'm going to have to take, because as he currently is, I don't think that we can win the Rank B tournament. Naturally, the one day I decide to film a video with my window open is the day that someone starts using some high-pitched sounding tool outside. So I'm hoping that's not being picked up on my microphone, but if it is, I'm really sorry. Bear with me, I'm going to shut the window. Well, I can still hear it, but maybe you all can't, which would be alright. It's kind of annoying me a little bit that his intelligence is on 599 like that. It's like 1 point and it would be the next level. Okay. I am really concerned, actually, because his stat gains on drills seem to have dropped suddenly, and usually when you have a baby monster, their stat gains start out very low, and then they hit what's known as their prime when they're getting much higher stat gains. And Spooky was in his prime and was getting really good stat gains in his drills. But getting 3 and 1, that implies that he's come out of his prime, which is not good. It could mean that he's coming to the end of his lifespan, unfortunately. Okay, so the errantry is on offer again now. So I am going to send him. I'm going to give him some rest first. Also, I'm sorry if I keep having to stop to cough or clear my throat. I think I said in the previous video, or the one prior to it, that I've had a bit of a cold and stuff. It just isn't going. Okay. Yeah, he's almost 7 years old. I said before that my monsters seem to kind of average around 6 years old, so yeah. I have seen the Notice Scary Errantry Man. I can't remember this guy's name. Right, so... I believe I said previously that I'd send him on this one again. That is still my plan. Even though it's a scary errantry with a big, scary Tyrannosaurus. Let's just do it, it'll be fine. The main thing is the chance of acquiring a new technique, but it's just the risk that comes with it. But at this point I can't afford to not take risks either, so I won't get anywhere if I don't, basically. I had a brief horrifying moment where I thought that he hadn't made it across that first challenge. I was like, why? It's nerve-wracking when, so frequently in the past, my monsters have gained a new technique in the first or second challenge of the errantry. So it's disconcerting when after the first one, Spooky hasn't gained a new technique. I mean, I know that he still could this is only the second challenge, but still. This doesn't make me feel good. Fuck, I did a really weird laugh then. Maybe it won't sound so weird on the recording. One can hope. I still think this is so extreme. Surely we've got to get a new technique now after jumping off a cliff. I'm not stressed or anything. If he doesn't get a new technique, we'll just have to keep trying exactly the same way that we've been doing this whole time. Keep training his defense. Maybe enter another small tournament to get some more money. Wait for errantry to be on offer again. Try and get a new technique. Probably fail again. There might be some big reason why we're struggling to get a new technique here. It might be that it's hard to learn, or there's a requirement that we're not meeting, but as far as I'm aware, the errantry guy says some different dialogue if there's some requirement that you're not meeting in order to get the new technique. And his dialogue implied that we would just be able to acquire it normally. So, to the best of my knowledge, we should be able to acquire a new technique here. I thought that the dinosaur wasn't leaving then, I was well worried. And still no new technique! I just think that's so offensive. You know, Spooky has just taken on a Tyrannosaurus, and they don't even let him have a new technique. The things that this tiny plant monster has been through. Oh my god. Maybe he just looks scary with his 666 power, and his many eyes, and being called Punisher. If I remember rightly, there's not any way for me to make him back out of this fight. He has to do it on his own, so it might be okay. I'm not feeling good about this. Like, even where I've increased Spooky's defense, that was still a really powerful attack. I don't know what that was, but it was scary. Oh, it wasn't that scary. It was probably an intelligence-based attack, actually. I love the way the, I think they're called Nagas? The way they, kind of flail about when you hit them. I don't love that, though. I hope Spooky's alright. I mean, he didn't get, he didn't fail any of the, challenges in the errant tree. Which can also make them quite likely to get injured. But he is getting on a little bit now. We are not having much luck at all. Oh. See, this is not... Well, obviously it's not good, but, like, with Spooky's age as well, and the fact that I was already worried that he was out of his prime, like, this could really drastically shorten his lifespan. Missed his birthday and everything. Yeah, that's not ideal at all. I don't think there's much chance of me being able to beat rank B with Spooky. I mean, I do kind of want to keep trying. But I mean, like, that is exactly what I'm talking about. There's no way that he is in his prime anymore. The one thing we could do is, you know, the official tournaments today, maybe have another ditch attempt at rank B, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to have Spooky. Entering this tournament that could be it. Like, he could die like 2 weeks later or something. Because I've said before, entering a tournament does, as far as I'm aware, shorten your monster's lifespan. If it's already very short, which it maybe is now, I could enter him in a tournament, next week he'll die, kind of thing. Or I could carry on training him for a few more weeks, and then he could die. So, I think I might just at least enter him. If it goes absolutely awful, then I'll pull him back out, like before. But I think I'm going to at least try it. But I'm kind of very aware that this could be Spooky's last tournament. So... Again, I don't feel good about this. I can't really remember if there were any monsters in particular that we had trouble with, or if it was just all of them. It's probably all of them. If I seem a bit tense, it's because I am. I feel that our luck is not very good at the moment. Luck is definitely not on our side. I know we had trouble with Balloon last time. I usually do. Surprisingly fast. I was actually sat here trying really hard to back out of this match. But just... it did not want me to. Because, naturally, getting KO'd is not what you want when you're trying to preserve your monster's lifespan. I know I've had trouble with this monster in the past, but... the main problem I'm having at the moment, actually, is Spooky's foolery. Because when he does foolery, he just stops completely and becomes really vulnerable, because he won't attack, he won't headbutt the other monster away. I don't know about his dodging, but... well, we lost, but at least he didn't get KO'd this time. But yeah, rank B is so difficult. I would even go as far as saying that sometimes I find rank B, it's going to sound silly, harder than rank A, because the jump between rank C and B is so massive. It feels like the increase in difficulty between B and A isn't quite so big. So if you've done rank B, like you're almost kind of a little bit more prepared for rank A, whereas doing rank C, you are not prepared for rank B. I was like hammering the controller then, just trying to make sure that Robonil wouldn't do anything else in this fight. Okay, we won one match so far. You know, that makes me feel like it's not completely hopeless. If we're not last, we might at least get some money from this. You've got to take your tiny victories where you can, you know? I think we had trouble with him last time. I was accidentally rocking backwards and forwards in concentration. Don't ask how that helps me concentrate, it just does somehow. Oh. So I'm sure that's what gave us problems last time. Come on, no more foolery. This is what happens when you're soft on your monster like I am. He's quite fast, isn't he? It was pretty close, but I'm not sure if... It was hard to tell how close it was before Ghoulshine used that last attack. But never mind. Oh, this video's getting a bit long. I was actually thinking of making my videos potentially closer to half an hour rather than 20 minutes. So this one probably will be. It would be good actually if you let me know what you think of that, if you prefer the shorter sort of 20 minutes-ish kind of videos, or if you don't mind the kind of closer to half an hour. Or if there's another length that you'd prefer, like that's fine too, just let me know. Doesn't necessarily mean I'll do it, but it gives me, you know, I can consider your opinion then at least. Oh, that doesn't sound good. hearing noises outside and it's extremely distracting. Oh, that sounded like it was going to be really bad. Severe shock. Barely does anything. Hey, we won! 2 matches. 2 wins. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get at this point. So the last one, Tiravale, is another plant. That'll be interesting. It could be awful. But it will be interesting. Be interesting to see how they match up. Like what stats Tiravale is kind of high in and stuff. Okay. Tiravale is a little more even, perhaps, than Spooky. It might be that Spooky's intelligence attacks aren't helpful here, but we'll see. It's not too bad. I'll see, how dare you use the same move as Spooky? I'll see how his, physical attacks go as well, though. Pretty equal, actually. Alright. Probably alright to use Eva in that case, so that's kind of good. It opens up some more options than we usually have. Face drill. That doesn't sound like good fun. Rude, I was going to slap him. Okay, so that's three wins. That's not too bad. It's better than last time. And I think we're not last. I think Tiravale might be last. Yeah, I don't know where we placed, but I think it wasn't last, so... 5th, that is not too bad. That's a pretty reasonable amount of money, given that we didn't even place in the top 3. I'm just very aware that this may have come at a huge cost, so... I hope not. Spooky's a good boy. Where we missed his birthday because he was in the hospital, it's hard to know if he's old or not, because Colt would usually tell us after his birthday. Like, after we give him the cake and stuff, I mean. But because we didn't have his, like, birthday celebration because he was in the hospital, I have no idea. I mean, I do have some idea. I'm pretty sure he is. Because he's definitely not in his prime. You know, like I said about the stat gains being lower. But I would say it's quite likely that Spooky is considered old now. I mean... Yeah. And that tournament may have come at a very terrible cost. I would really prefer it not to, but it's quite likely. At least Spooky still loves us. Okay. So, I will end this episode here. We have definitely hit half an hour with this. Okay, so next time, I'm not 100% sure what I'll do. Probably continue as I have been. But that might change, so I'm not going to give you a solid plan of action here. I'll carry on as I have been, training his defense, possibly trying to get another technique. Unless that changes, which it really might. So, the plan might change. I also asked earlier about what kind of video length you prefer, whether you prefer my kind of average sort of 20 minutes, kind of, usually around 20 minutes, or if you prefer the slightly longer ones like this episode, or if you have another preference outside of those two different times. So just let me know in the comments if you have any preference with video length. If you did enjoy the video, please do like it. And if you're not already, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to me. Alright, so I'll see you in the next episode, and hopefully it will be more positive and productive than this one. See you then.